everybody, welcome back. Okay, what are we on now? Woo! I don't even know I think we're session 15. I could be wrong. Whatever.
30.
Things are kicking up now. Okay, so.
Yeah, we all have familiars. That's what changed everything.
Yeah. Well, no, it's that the factions are starting to gel.
We waited 6 months to get here.
You did it, guys.
Hey, you're level 3.
I can
That's
die
good.
happy.
Okay, so last time the followers decided to cart you away. Cart Jovan away into the crowd. So
everyone wants a piece of Jovan.
A hero of the people.
Yeah.
He's the hero that...
I don't know. Maybe I summon demons. I'm not really sure.
So, I'd like to know what you two are doing while he's getting carted away.
So, we're failing to incite the crowd.
So he dropped you off on a rooftop.
Yeah,
and then you guys
yeah.
climbed down.
Yeah, and then we tried
Guys,
to incite the
you
crowd.
wouldn't even riot for me.
Didn't work.
What kind of friends are you guys?
Here, let me double check what my stats are like for today.
I think they're pretty terrible right
So
now.
so here's part of
yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah.
You were
You're
super
feeling-
drained. You were like a. I was wearing you like a cape.
So here's part of the problem is that on the one hand, there should be a good degree of like Merek activity. On the other hand, in the real
Merek
world, this would be the part where Merek just goes home and sleeps for a couple days.
Yeah, that's
Oh, he
kinda
probably
what-
will.
That's probably
Yeah,
what
he
I
might
might
just do that.
This session will have well Merek probably won't do much this session.
Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Like,
That's expected.
Stuff can still happen.
It depends like
I
how quickly you want to like rescue me or figure out.
well, I just don't want
Besides-
Merek. I don't want the player to feel like.
The thing is he's gonna be sleeping, which gives me plenty of opportunities.
Oh, okay. Oh, you get. Oh, that's right.
I figured it out. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because
Dream
logically,
secrets.
I wouldn't drag Merek along on any of these things I'm doing. Because number one, Merek is not really a friend of the Keepers because he's kind of sketchy and doesn't really like the Keepers very much.
Sketchy.
You did
Number
spy on them.
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
I
know
love the
that.
keepers.
And number
by the
two-
way.
Right.
we're still not really on the same page about that. I'm not sure you're as committed
You
as,
don't
as
suspect
pretend.
anything.
Yeah.
I am a friend of the keepers.
You're doing such a good job of being a mole by not doing anything mole-like.
Do you
See, I haven't done a single.
do you
thing.
ironically also have a mole?
If only you'd gotten that as
Yeah.
your familiar.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Oh, like
Not only do I have a
would be
mole, but my
hilarious.
familiar is a mole.
That'd be great. If the mole familiar used to get
Oh
like
my
a super
gosh.
spy guy, he's just like, yes, espionage.
Ooh,
you
But
get
it's
a
a
bonus
mole.
to espionage.
Yeah.
if your mole has a mole,
What?
that would be even better.
Yeah.
Keeper show, or
I have-
the
I
mole
have
shows
a
up
mole
and
of
just
moles.
goes,
The other joke is the mole is incredibly good at chemistry.
Yes!
Exactly.
Because nobody really knows the difference between molality and molarity.
Yeah.
Actually, we do. So don't
I've never
write
heard
to
of
us.
either of those
We've studied
phrases.
chemistry. We've had
You,
AP Chem.
you took 3 quarters of chemistry.
I think it's
did, but
pronunciation.
nobody
He's
ever
a-
said.
He's
Nobody
a
ever said.
civil engineer.
Nobody
They don't
ever said
cover that ever again.
morality or molarity.
Really?
No,
It's
nobody used to have those
so
phrases
important.
ever.
It's like it changes everything in your balance.
How did you do-
Morality is the one where you wonder whether or not something's good or bad, right?
Morality?
Yeah. No.
Molarity.
Anyway,
James is not a chemist.
moving on. I am not.
All right.
I got out of my senior high school chemistry final.
That's too
All
bad.
right.
Some fun stuff in
Wow.
But the-
chemistry.
The teacher
Like,
was
no.
the teacher was like, so yeah, seniors don't have to take the final.
You know my
It's
favorite
fine.
lab?
I was like, yes.
Boiling
I
ice.
hated Kim.
That was my favorite lab. Just sit
Oh,
there,
do you guys,
watch
do you
ice
guys do the
boil.
triple point thing?
Didn't do the triple point
Oh,
thing.
that was
Dude,
the
in
best.
high school chemistry, I got to go up in front of the class and they poured liquid nitrogen over my arm.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That was great. That
Anyway,
was cool.
so-
My
All right,
hair burned
so-
off.
I have 2 things I want to do, both of which I don't want to do with Merek. One is first I need to go to the keepers
Uh-huh.
and fill them in.
Okay. You could
Oh.
head down to Masiatica through one of the doorways.
Oh, by the way, at the end of last session,
Mhm.
did I not already do the scrying to see where he was taken?
You didn't.
Okay.
You didn't. He just got taken away.
Okay.
I scried to see where you were. No, I asked Gears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did both.
I don't remember.
You got
Yeah.
a you got a
Gotta-
vision from another
You-
keeper
yeah.
in your eye.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay.
And it was like, oh, I can see him. Yeah.
All right. So the first things first is I want to go to the keepers first, and I let Merek know this is where I'm going.
Yeah.
Also, this way, the second thing that I want to do will be less obvious because the second thing is I need to get into the room before anyone shows up. But I don't want Merek to know that I can get into the room. So I'm hoping that he'll be asleep when I get home. So first, I go see the keepers,
Uh-huh.
and I want to go find whatever. I presume we have a way of like meeting with some keepers as opposed to just one keeper. Like there must be a way to communicate with like the inner council or like.
So when the
Is your only
keepers aren't
connection?
going about like on top side being in their predicted hidden lives and stuff
Yeah.
like that, they usually hang out down in Masiatica
Okay.
near the auditorium.
All right, so I will go there
Okay.
and try. Hopefully, Frederick will be there too.
Okay. And then Merek, what are you gonna do? Since Dadriel probably gives the excuse like, I've gotta do my own thing here.
My body is weak, but my mind is strong. I will follow the followers who have taken
Ooh. Yeah.
Jovan
Are you-
and see if I can talk on the outside.
Are you gonna follow them inconspicuously?
Can you?
No,
You're like
I
limping
can't.
along.
I'm weak man mode.
So you're just gonna be like, oh, don't mind me.
I'm just gonna walk. I'm not gonna like walk stealthily. I'm not gonna walk loudly. I'm just gonna walk there
Okay.
at a slightly reduced pace.
So
you
you start.
could use the classic "get yourself
I
arrested"
mean, how
thing
good are you
to
at
get
like
in.
following them though, inconspicuously?
Pretty sure I know where they're going.
I guess.
So
We're
you
going to
start
the pyramid.
following.
The prism?
Prism.
I'm gonna jump
Prism.
across the table
the
and
prism in.
strangle you strangle you by the throat.
Isn't
So
it the shape
good.
of a pyramid?
No! For the 6th time in this campaign, no, it's a damn tower!
Oh,
Alright.
right,
The
it's
top is a
just
pyramid.
No!
Tower.
No, it's just like a rectangular
You
prism,
guys,
right?
you guys have acknowledged this 3 separate times that you're like, oh, we know, we understand. We just call it a pyramid because it's funny now. I
We
no
know-
longer believe that's the
Thought it was
case.
a pyramid.
No, we actually just can't remember. No, it's because
We love messing with you a lot.
Once we establish something, it's plus
I'm out.
Also, we're really bad at remembering
yes,
things.
plus your credibility would be better if it wasn't for that whole slug worm incident that turned out to go in our favor. So
Yeah,
I still don't know what's in my damn eye.
it's a slug.
It's a slug.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah, we actually went back and
It's
looked.
like-
We
It
actually
doesn't-
went back and
It
looked at
does
the
not
video.
make that much of a difference. That's
I
why
need-
I was not
I
concerned
need to
about it.
know.
It's a thing in your eye.
Yeah.
It's a worm-like slug thing in your eye.
Is
Or a
it
slug
worm-like
like
or is
worm
it a
thing.
slug?
That's it defies earthly description. That's the whole point.
It's like a platypus.
It's basically a platypus.
It's a fat worm. There you go. So
Right.
Merek starts following
Good.
along behind the followers, and Percival
Ooh.
like swishes his tail and follows behind. He's like, "Boss, what are you doing? You should go back home and sleep."
You should go sleep and have Percival follow them. Because Percival's good at following, isn't he? Except for being bright white.
This
This will lead to Lalos.
He's a leader.
I won't let him take my sister.
And Gears just laughs and he's like, "All right, he's nuts." Okay, so you start following the followers, carting Jovan away, and you want to go talk to the keepers.
Yes.
So let's deal with
Followers
that.
have become the followed.
So closest door is actually going to be in the grotto, where you guys went down to Masiatica before.
Ooh, we like the grotto.
Yeah.
Because it's called the grotto.
So you can get down there easily going through Bagger's Banquet. So you head down below there, and descend down to Masiatica. Let me see here. Where's my Masiatica maps? Down in Dacordia, you make your way over to Coffer and the auditorium. So the auditorium seems to be somewhat deserted right now. Most of the keepers might be elseways, but you do see a couple of halflings milling about, just like low-level keepers whose job is to tend to the coffer and keep it
Is there like
organized.
a summoning gong? It's like,
No.
bong.
No, there's no summoning gong. But they do keep coffer organized and such. And then you do see Datho, the leader,
Oh.
milling about, on the auditorium. He probably doesn't go topside much these days. He probably acts more as like the spider on the edge of the web,
Sure.
rather than actually going out and doing things himself. So he's hanging out around here. You find him.
Master Daffo!
And he turns and he sees you, his multicolored scarfs, playing off. He's like, "Oh, Dadriel, how goes it?"
Not well. Much has transpired in the last 24 hours.
Yeah,
Much you have probably already heard of.
I saw that you got nabbed by a couple of people. I'm glad to
Yes.
see that you were safe.
Well, I am, but my compatriots are not. My wizard friend is completely desiccated and emaciated because of his drained powers, and yet he's gone after the followers, much to my chagrin, because he'll snap like a twig if the winds blow too hard. And
That's a shame.
yeah, and if he dies, that pompous pig of a cat of his will not survive. Like, it's not gonna get any more lavender razz from Leo, that's for sure.
If only he had joined us, he would be open to the advantages of our fraternity.
Yeah, he's not a joiner type. Oh, but I get distracted. So, my friend Jovan has been arrested by the followers.
Arrested?
Yes, so I don't know if you've heard report yet, but he rescued me from my kidnapping.
Are you certain he's been actually arrested?
Well, they took him away. To me, that's just arrested. I'm not familiar with the nuances of being taken away or taken into protective custody.
The keepers have a habit of restraining people, but they don't technically arrest somebody without an actual cause. As long as he didn't violate one of the tenets, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Well, let me fill you in. So, turns out the fellow who kidnapped me apparently is an old colleague of Henslet's. He claims that whatever is in that room in the Dullahan has something that will make him whole.
What?
Yeah, so
And Daffo gets this weird look on his face as if he's incredibly confused.
okay, so let me start from the beginning, and no, there's no time. Let me sum up. So, you might remember the coffin with Savannah's.
Of course, we still have it. We're still actually. I needed to talk to you about that.
Oh,
We're coming up with a plan to deal with the Savannah situation once and for all.
really?
Also, oddly enough, our sources have been looking around town for the monster, and we found him nowhere, which is more unsettling to me.
Yes. Well, I believe the monster has gone to ground, and by ground I mean it has invested itself into commoners that are now holding pieces of him.
I'm not sure if he has this ability. If it's true, I suppose it's a possibility.
Well, so this all ties together. You see, my friend Jovan has had a vision. Apparently, the gods, or his god, has sent a champion who is supposed to be able to defeat the darkness. In fact, according to Jovan's visions, he alone is the chosen one to defeat the darkness the Savannahs represents.
So Daffo, in a boring manner, picks at his fingernails a bit and flicks some dirt out of them and goes, I wouldn't put too much stock in visions that come from Netro.
Oh, really?
Look, Netro frequently doesn't have all the answers, or at least his followers don't. They often end up doing unnecessary things.
Well, so funny you mentioned that. So the follower of Netro that came to town, unlike my friend Jovan, he's like the opposite of everything that Jovan is. He's reckless, he's not really very bright, he's bad at diplomacy, and he's been taken by the barbarians.
Sounds like standard Netro follower.
Yeah, except my friend Jovan is convinced that to save his life is to save the city of Lear, and the barbarians have made an offer. Apparently, my sponsor, Frederick, wears an amulet that is of some value to the barbarians.
And Daffo chortles a little bit and goes, all right, yes, continue.
Well, they basically offered to free this savior if we bring him the amulet and the head of Frederick.
I see. You understand why I can't allow that to happen.
Oh, I absolutely agree. But I also feel that the keepers must have far, far more knowledge and information about such things, and might have a solution that someone as youthful and inexperienced as I might not have conceived.
You're feigning ignorance, but I appreciate it. Now, as far as this whole matter with the champion goes, the amulet belongs to us. We obtained it fair and square, and having the barbarians own it would frankly cause much more danger than us owning it. The amulet is far too powerful to not be kept by anyone other than us. Now, as far as the champion goes and the whole business with Frederick, why precisely does the champion need to be freed? From what danger does he protect the city?
Well, so according to the vision that my friend Jovan received, a darkness has permeated all of Lear, and it's represented by this shadowy ichor that permeates all of the city. And in the vision, this champion, with his claymore, severs the darkness and disperses it.
It's annoying that the vision is not more specific. If we were to take this to mean that the danger that encroaches upon Lear is Savannah's, then we have that well under control. Or at least we hope to.
Yeah, we're not that sure, but you probably know visions better than I. My experience is that visions tend not to be specific. Like, is Lauer actually the kind of... Is he a much more technically meritorious god who basically says, instead of a vision, I have a data sheet for you?
Lauer does not deal in earthly matters as Netro does. He does not play the game of law and chaos. He stands on the outside, or at least he used to stand on the outside of it all.
Is he sitting now, or, like, what has changed?
He's indisposed.
That does not sound encouraging.
Worry not. It's not a matter for you to concern yourself with. As far as the champion goes, I wouldn't think twice about it. There's no reason for us to sacrifice Frederick to save this fellow.
I have no intention of bringing harm to Frederick. He is a friend, and he is my superior.
Not that I'm saying you do, but my point is that anything that this champion could protect us from, the Keepers are more than adequate at dealing with. And we will prove this to you by dealing with Sylvanas. In fact, I had planned to send you information about this after Vergis got done sniffing around the Doulahan.
Oh. Well, he's coming back tomorrow. He's apparently not done with his sniffing, so...
I would be concerned. If he discovers that the door is something more than I previously believed it to be, which from your discussion with me now, it sounds to be the case, and Hinslet seems to have pulled one over on us.
Really?
And
well,
at this point he grimaces a bit, as if in pain.
Hinslet did make very clear that the door was there to keep something in, so whatever's in there obviously is very important. Now I'm getting the impression that it may be, like, part of some dark being of which the other half is on the ship right now kidnapping me.
Daltho narrows his face and goes, when Hinslet first told us about the door and his connections with us, he had some dealings with us, we traded secrets. One of the bits of information he said to us was that the door merely contained a portal to his treasure hoard. A containment of a vast amount of wealth.
That would make sense.
Since then, we've simply assumed that's what it was. If you're telling me there's something else in there...
Well, what I'm saying is that, according to my kidnapper, that treasure hoard contains a part of the being himself.
What being?
Well, the being that kidnapped me.
Oh,
He said,
I see.
I shall be whole.
The metaphysical issues are very confusing. Alright, so...
Because the thing that kidnapped me was like a shadowy being, like incomplete, even though like, vastly powerful. Sort of like how the Sylvanas is like a shadow, but not completely himself yet.
Well, the thing that kidnapped you was actually a man with a scarred face.
But he said he was like not complete. He said if I.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
Yeah,
Right, but he wasn't like indistinct.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't indistinct. But anyway, okay.
Yeah.
So Daphne goes, all right. And he like purses his lips and puts his hand on his mouth. Then, is there any way I could possibly see inside the door?
Well, see, that's just it. Apparently, it's possible to get in. I discovered this during my kidnapping, and apparently, entering is possible by removing all of the rooms. However, whatever is inside is apparently extremely deadly. So, while I would be more than happy to make it...
Was the thing... Wait, and Daphne like scrunches up his brow as if something gets connected. It's like, was the thing that killed Elthia that
Yes.
thing?
So, our theory, our working theory, is that whatever the door is holding is basically... So, we had a guy working for us named Artok,
So Daphne
who's
like
kind of a moron.
sits down on a bench behind him, like
Yeah.
sits on a stone step, and like puts a finger up to his nose and starts like massaging the bridge of his nose.
So, Artok was kind of a moron. He also didn't read our post-it note that said, don't be a fool. And he also apparently is extremely greedy. Like, we would constantly catch him, like, downstairs stealing our stuff, like drinking our IO and stuff like that. And I suspect that at some point while we were away, Artok started scratching away the runes to try to get into the room because he believed that it was filled with treasure. Whatever he did, he let whatever was in there out, and it possessed him, and then he killed Althea, because according to the followers, the reason for this investigation is that because they believe Artok killed Althea, and they've been looking for him, and Artok has been not found anywhere in the city since. And if the followers have not seen him either, that is a big problem.
It would seem to suggest that the only thing Arthur could have done is escape the city.
Yes, but how do you get out of the city without anyone, including the followers or the keepers, noticing?
It's a good question.
Between you and the followers, this city is like a steel trap.
Perhaps he didn't escape the city, but merely is hiding out somewhere within it.
Which means he bears whatever is in that room that was trying to get out.
Then the keepers need to find Artok.
Yes!
If he truly carries something such as that, then we need to find Artok and seal it away.
That is my feeling as well. In the meantime, having brought this information to you, I was still hoping to be a way to save Onesimus?
Onassis? Or
Onassis?
Vergis. Vergis is the one you're talking about.
No.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Wait, here.
Oppenheimer.
What?
Moronic Netro follower.
Oh, Urano.
Orano.
His name's hard to remember.
I know, it's like a weird old name.
Alright.
But anyway, because I still feel like I owe it to my friend Jovan to like save his compatriot. This is like his only fellow Necro buddy since he's come all the way over here. He might be lonely.
Well, I'm sorry we can't help you with that.
You don't have any secret like in the barbarian lands, like a little secret back door to the dungeons they have, or
short of orchestrating some sort of infiltration and rescue mission, we have no means.
there seem to be keeper spies everywhere. You don't have a barbarian guy in there somewhere?
We do. Look, I'm going to put this as delicately as I possibly can.
Uh-oh.
The spies we have in place in the barbarian realms are not worth risking to free this champion.
Oh, sure. That I understand.
You understand. However, if you still endeavor to get him out, I would suggest going to your guild. Perhaps the Arorayos can assist you in this matter.
Oh, that's true. They have a very similar sounding, hard to remember name. They might share some affinity for that.
Yeah, you know what they say? The harder this it is to say the name, the better they are.
Oh, that might well be the case.
Although, this could
Is
be.
that why the Aztec and the gods are the best? Because no one knows what they're actually called.
Oh yeah, yeah. Keep them secret.
That's kind of Pacato.
They're still out there. They
Yeah,
haven't
I know,
been tracked
right?
down.
This might be rather difficult, however. You should wait a couple of days before going to them. When we come to you after Vergis has left the bar, we'll need to talk about our dealings with Vesperillo and how we're going to coordinate with them on this dealing with the Sylvanas issue.
We're coordinating with the Vesperillo?
We've been in talks.
These guys are terrible. They can't be trusted.
Diplomatic relations have cooled since the coffin incident, and we both agree now that eliminating the greater threat is more worth it. Now, as far as that goes, I understand your eagerness to get the Keepers to go out and look for Artok. We certainly will, but I would be very wary of Vergis coming by the Doulahan. If he finds out anything suspicious about that door, he may want to close the Doulahan down permanently. More than that, he may go so far as to want to burn the building down. Now,
That is unacceptable.
yes,
Also,
it puts you in a rather tight spot.
I don't know how I can keep him from showing up. He's one of the paradigm. I can't forbid him from entering my place.
Well, perhaps there is another solution. We have certain instruments in place that can delay his coming, forestall his eventual turnout, until preparations can be made.
Ooh. Do they involve risk to any of my friends?
Perhaps, but a risk that would greatly reward you.
Ooh.
How would you like to be able to pull the strings of a paradigm of Lear?
Sold. I will sacrifice anyone but my own sainted father for that.
You are loyal, I can see that much.
Oh yes.
Now, as far as the preparations go, we'll try to keep Vergis away from the Doulahan. But in the meantime, I'll come by. Or rather, I'll send a representative. Perhaps Frederick, after filling him in. Then you can discuss the whole champion thing more in detail.
Oh, that was really fine.
He'll discuss with you the mission that you'll need to coordinate with the Vesperillo on. You'll need your friend's help as well, so if Jovan seems to be indisposed, we'll have to get him out.
That would be excellent.
Hopefully the followers don't plan to do anything too horrific.
Yeah. That... They're all kind of different. Like, some of the followers are kind of nice, but some of them kind of scary.
Oh, all the followers are evil. To the core, I assure you.
Really?
Despite what niceties they may put on, they all wear masks.
Gemstone guy seems very sweet.
Lalos is the least one to be trusted.
That's not Lalos.
No.
Gemstone?
Oh no, the guy.
Genomancer is Lalos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Lalos
I'm
is
sorry. The
Genomancer.
living melody.
Oh, Zavalos.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that you say?
Oh right,
Yeah.
Giant
Lalos
Living
is
Mem-
the gem.
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Zavalos
Sorry,
is
I get them
the
mixed up because I
ion
keep thinking of him as
stone.
being that guy
Right.
with the floaty
So-
ion stone thing.
So you tell him about the floated metal guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He goes, Zavalos is the most loyal out of all of them, but he's still not to be trusted. Not because he's disloyal or tricky, because he's stupid. Actually, that's the wrong word. It's more to say he's too loyal. Let's put it that way. Now, if there's nothing else,
Nope, I just wanted to check in to let you know what was the matter because I thought maybe this would be important to know, and I'm
It
a
was.
good keeper.
I thank
so-
you for coming to me with this information. Will you be at the Doulahan tonight?
Yes, I'm heading back there right now. My friend Merek needs his rest, and I'm expecting him to be waiting for me when I get back.
Excellent. We'll come around.
We'll see you soon.
See about that.
So you're gonna head back
Yep.
topside? Okay. So you go back topside. Let's move over to Jovan and Merek.
Yeah.